Good morning, everybody. This is our daily devotions. It's 8:35 on Thursday morning, and I'm en route from the south side to go into the Midlands, carrying some food for our distribution to those who are in need up on the hill. And I'm looking behind me is the Doozy River, which I'm really sad I haven't been able to get into for the last 7 or 8 weeks. But as I was passing this point, I passed a rather well-known school that says, if you don't know, if you in the distance you can see a sign that says developing potential since 1863, I think the date on there is. Got me thinking of our dreams, of the purpose that we're alive. And as a believer, we don't just get saved, hang around on earth waiting to get to heaven one day. It says in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10, that we are God's workmanship. And that word workmanship in the Greek is a word, poema, which means masterpiece. You are God's masterpiece. Every single person in the world is created in God's image, beautifully, wonderfully made. And so that's why, no matter who you are, no matter what you think of yourself, no matter what religion, no matter what impediments you have or skills you have, God looks at you and you said, because you're created in His image, you're a masterpiece. But this masterpiece wasn't created to hang on a wall, to be a trophy. The verse goes on to say, you are God's masterpiece, created in Christ Jesus. When you've become born again, you're now created in Christ. He breathes His life into you. You become a spiritual creation. You're not only a masterpiece, you're a masterpiece in Christ Jesus. And so you've moved from darkness into light, and that puts you in a whole new game. But you're not then created to be a masterpiece hanging in a light gallery. No, it goes on to say you are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works that He's prepared in advance that you might walk in them. Isn't that amazing? Not only has He known you before you were born, but He has prepared in advance dreams, things, works, stuff for you to do that you might walk in them. Now, this is the tragedy, is many people don't walk in them. Many people, jump up in the morning and decide, what am I going to do with my life today? And that is one way to live your life. But as believers, we have this conviction that God's plans, God's dreams are what we're really made for. And so the question then is, how do you find His dreams? How do you know what you've been created for? Well, He'll put you a desire in your heart for the things that you've been created for. So the things that you love to do, the things that you are good at, the things that you hear Him whisper to you about. And you say, well, where do I hear Him whisper? Well, you hear Him whisper in your devotions in the morning, when you read the Bible, when there's that confidence of the assurance, that peace in your heart that He has spoken to you. And so here's my encouragement today. Schools are developing excellence. Schools are pointing people in the right direction. But God Himself says to you today, you are His masterpiece. You say, look, I don't feel like His masterpiece. It's not what you feel like. It's what you've been created like. You're His masterpiece. And if you're a Christian, you're in Christ Jesus. And that gives you all the potential in heaven that has been destined for you. And so my prayer for you today is this, that you would hear the whispers of heaven and have a flicker in your heart of hope and desire to walk in the things that He's created for you.